up, everybody? I am not your boy, Dave.
Not your boy.
I am Shane, and with me is my co-host, Ramblin' Man Russell.
Yeah, Ramblin' Russell. I should figure out something new to say.
Maybe.
It's like countering my nickname each time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also known as WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
Dave likes that one, so I gotta get him to do it.
Yeah.
All right. This is DQP Weekly, where we talk about news and movie news and video games and mostly just Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
Especially when it's just me and Russell, we just talk about Marvel stuff.
I have Marvel stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we have a couple of Marvel things to talk about.
We do.
So let's get started. Let's talk about headlines.
Let's do headlines.
Thing.
Yeah, the thing.
Yep.
Ghostbusters Afterlife sequel coming to theaters December 20th, 2023. This was announced on Ghostbusters Day.
I didn't know there was a Ghostbusters Day.
I didn't either.
Huh.
I'm glad there is one. That's cool. We should celebrate it. Let's make it a national holiday. Another day off of work.
Yes.
Just give us all the I want a national holiday.
I'm
every
assuming.
week.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's like in between Juneteenth and July 4th.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Just like get like 3 Mondays in a row off.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking A.
Let's do it. Well, that's all we got for that headline.
I'm looking forward to the movie.
I am too.
Did you see what the date they were talking about? They were talking about December of next year.
Yeah, December 20th.
Okay.
Of 2023.
I wasn't listening.
It's okay. I was speaking and I wasn't listening either.
There's this thing where like I'll start talking about something that we've talked about on the show, and Russell will be like, I don't know what you're talking about. That's crazy. I've never heard that. And I'm like, you literally read it to me and Dave like 2 weeks ago. What the fuck are you talking about?
I am officially a news anchor.
Yeah, he's just reading the teleprompter.
Yeah.
But it's his phone. We don't.
Yeah.
That's why we need you guys to sign up for the Patreon. We'll get to that later.
Yeah. I even write them.
I know.
Like, it's not like someone put the copy in front of me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this thing.
Yeah. Somebody else didn't write his headlines. He wrote his headlines. And he reads them and then talks about them and then completely dumps it from his memory. It's gone.
You sound like my 8th grade math teacher. Up next, Harley Quinn Season 3 premieres on HBO Max July 28th.
I only watched like some of the first season, but that was pretty good. I just haven't gone back.
I've seen clips. I need to watch it.
It's very funny.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. Well, that's part of what I keep hearing. The other part of what I keep hearing is that it's too much.
Too much in
not
what
a
way?
kids show.
But it's fuck kids. Don't fuck kids. That's inappropriate.
Yeah. You end up in jail for 20 years.
Yeah,
like
kids.
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yep.
I wasn't going to say it, but it was an opportunity.
It was there. Kids, like cartoons, all cartoons are not for kids.
Correct. Just because it's animated
Doesn't mean it's for kids.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that means parents have to watch stuff.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, like in the 80s, they came out with these, 80s, 90s, they came out with these things called ratings.
Yeah.
Where entertainment gets rated for the audience.
Yeah, you fucking old motherfuckers bitched about everything until we got ratings, and now you're like, huh? Oh, pay attention to that. NC-17.
What's TV 14? What are you watching, 5-year-old son?
Yeah, my 8-year-old can watch that, right? It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably fine because all the people that rate shit are prudes, but don't be surprised when your 5-year-old says, shit, because they watched a fucking TV-14 thing or a TVMA thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Jackass star Bam Margera vanishes from court-mandated rehab for the second time.
Wait, didn't that happen like 2 weeks ago? Did he do it again?
Yeah.
So they found him, brought him back, and then he left again.
Yep.
Bruh.
Yeah. Bam, if you're watching. As a fan of Jackass, we sincerely wish that you would get fucking help.
Yeah.
And allow them to help you.
Yeah. Stick with the help.
Yeah.
Who the fuck made that terrible joke? Oh my god, I think it was what's the one bitch that's not funny?
Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer. Yep.
Are you talking about the
roast? Yeah.
With Steve-O?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The wrong guy from Jackass died.
Yeah.
Fuck her.
Like 2 months after.
Yeah, it was like very soon after Dunn died.
It was like 2 months after. Like,
and like, I get it. That fucked Bam up super bad. But like, bro, you need to get it together or you're going to die.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like Bam was never like my favorite.
No.
Knoxville was always my favorite Jackass person, and then probably Steve-O.
Yeah.
But
Steve-O got his shit together.
Yeah. And like I was like watching Steve-O's like downfall, like there's like a couple documentaries and stuff about it. Like watching how bad he got like is pretty intense.
Oh man, back in the day, like if you got any of his DVDs or anything where it was just his stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know how or why he was still alive to begin with.
Yeah. So. Dude, he doesn't either.
Yeah.
And like that was also the super fucked up thing about Amy's joke was like, yeah, you're on a roast and like, I mean, you're looking for basically jokes that are shock and awe.
Yeah.
Those are the jokes that you want to use, but like Steve-O already felt that way.
Yeah.
Like you didn't have to say that. Like
also she's just not funny.
I mean, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that all women aren't funny.
No.
Amy Schumer isn't funny.
Yeah, Amy Schumer very specifically I do not find humorous.
So all of her shit was like, "Oh, dudes don't like me cuz they don't like chicks telling jokes." No.
That's not why.
That's not why.
Because I love Sarah Silverman.
Yeah, she's funny.
And I love Rebel Wilson. Like
she's funny.
Dude, Rebel Wilson has always cracked my shit up. Like, she's like my favorite thing in Pitch Perfect.
Yeah. There's a couple of ladies that are on those roasts all the time that are fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And brutal.
Yeah.
But not her.
Yeah. I don't remember that one chick's name that's on like a bunch of the roasts, but she's
there's
hilarious.
one that I'm thinking of right now that was on like I can't remember who it was, but like I think like Shaq was on stage and like Snoop was on stage and a couple other dudes, and she had a whole bit where every person led into the next person, and she just fucking eviscerated everyone on stage, and it was fucking hilarious.
I'm trying to find her name.
It's replayed a lot. It's on Instagram a lot. I've seen it like 4 times in the last couple months, actually.
I think she's on the roast of Justin Bieber.
It might have been the Bieber roast.
Dude, that was such a good roast.
Yeah. Did I ever send you the thing where Adam Sandler's talking about seeing Shaq's dick?
No.
So you guys got to look this up. It's on.
Is this the chick you're talking about?
Yes, it is.
Her name is Natasha Leggero.
Leggero. Yeah.
Leggero.
Yeah, she's fucking hilarious.
She is fucking hilarious.
But you guys got to look this up. It's fucking great. And I'm not going to tell the story because Adam Sandler tells it, and it's fucking fantastic. So just like, I think it was on, I want to say it was on Kimmel or something, but he tells this story about trying to see Shaq's dick because he had the opportunity to do so. And it's fucking great.
Oh.
He's
I
like,
love Sandler.
That dude's huge. His dick must be huge. Yeah.
All right, and we're on to the Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
We went from like talking about Bam Margera to talking about roasts.
Mm-hmm. It was weird.
It was weird. I mean, it connected well, but
yeah, it flowed until we started talking about how it flowed.
yeah. Marvel thing.
Yes.
Ewan McGregor has been reportedly signed to the MCU. It is currently unsure how he will be utilized as far as what character he will be playing. Some speculation related to the timing of the casting has led people to believe that he might be playing Whistler alongside Mahershala Ali's Blade, which begins production this July. As far as fan casting goes, I wouldn't mind seeing him play Union Jack alongside a Daniel Craig Captain Britain and a Kit Harington's Black Knight. I'm aware I'm probably not going to get this, but just know in my head it is a fantastic movie.
Yeah, I don't know who he's going to play.
I don't either. Lots of options. We ran through like 20 characters.
Yeah, 20 or 30.
Like blow away the other day.
Yeah, Hannibal King.
I think that was another one that I really like the idea of.
Yeah. I mean, I don't doubt that he could be like just a random vampire villain, but I don't think he's going to be Dracula. So like somebody lower than that.
Yeah. I mean, I hope they don't like start off with Dracula. Unless they do, like, what might be kind of cool, actually, is if they, like, introduce Dracula in the first Blade movie in a similar manner in which they introduced Thanos.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say, was, like, they need to, if they're going to be putting out all these movies, and this is something that I've said before, where they need to, like, just, like, have like a whole thing of entertainment, not necessarily like, and it can be the MCU is all connected, but it doesn't necessarily all need to filter down to one story.
Yeah.
So what they can do is they can do the same thing with the Midnight Suns that they did with the Avengers.
Yeah.
Right? They can, through all the movies and then the big movies, the crossover movies, and TV shows, and however they're going to introduce the characters, the individual characters that make up the Midnight Suns, they can like start seeding that all of this shit is like because of Dracula. Dracula's trying to do something.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, Midnight Suns 3 is when they actually fight Dracula.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome.
In that facet, kind of want Ewan McGregor to play Dracula.
Because we talked about fucking Keanu playing Dracula.
Yeah. I mean, I'm also okay with Keanu playing Dracula. Because we still don't know who he's going to play. But if you have Ewan McGregor and you have Keanu Reeves and you're doing Midnight Suns.
Or we could just like, you know, recycle Mads Mikkelsen. We're just going to use him like 4 times. He's going to be Caecilius. Nobody's going to remember that. Then he's going to play Dracula and he's going to play Doom. I mean,
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah.
It's a common face.
Yeah. So along with your thought, you have Keanu Reeves and you have Ewan McGregor.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the other? It's Blade, Ghost Rider, and who is the other Midnight Sun?
What? There's just like a bunch of guys.
There's a bunch, but like there's like 3. Oh, it was Daredevil, wasn't it?
Yeah, so like there's been a few that have been the third, right?
Yeah.
Because there's like Daredevil's been in some stuff, Punisher's been in some stuff.
Yeah.
Wolverine's been there a few times.
Yeah.
But yeah, most of the time it's like Daredevil or like Moon Knight.
Yeah.
But not the Moon Knight that they made.
So, Marshala Ali is Blade.
Mm-hmm.
I think Keanu Reeves should play Johnny Blaze.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
And Charlie Cox comes in as Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
And Ewan McGregor plays Dracula.
I mean, it's okay. I just I feel like there's different ways that could work. Like, I'm not saying that I think Keanu as Johnny Blaze would be fine.
Yeah.
And that's not the one. I think there's better places to put McGregor than as Dracula.
Yeah, I mean, I do too. Which was like my ultimate fan casting for him, I think, would be what I said with him as Union Jack. But along with that comes Daniel Craig's Captain Britain. And that would also be different from the comics because Union Jack isn't actually part of Excalibur. But I love Ewan McGregor, and especially after finishing like Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Like Obi-Wan has some flaws.
I haven't watched it yet.
There's like a bunch of people bitching about like continuity errors, but like if they're gonna do a season 2, there's still time to fix that. And I don't know. Some of the stuff I've read surrounding like the critique of Obi-Wan is like kind of weird.
Yeah, well, you've got like all the like people that watched Clone Wars and stuff, and like they have some problems with a couple things, and people from original trilogy are like, well, he wasn't that close to them, and that kind of stuff. Where like they didn't really, in the original trilogy, they didn't really describe how much he interacted with Owen and Aunt Beru and Luke. Like he was just like, oh, he's just crazy. Oh, it was like, it made it sound like they never really interacted with him. Yeah. At least with Luke, but like you could tell that, you knew that they knew him. Yeah. Right. So like, whether they just knew who he was or whether like he had as much to do with everything as he does now, originally, like all that was like vague enough to get filled in by all this stuff. Yeah. So
yeah, it's interesting, but Obi-Wan so far is my favorite of all the Star Wars Disney Plus stuff.
Okay.
But I mean, we've talked at length before about how I feel about the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that I don't think it's bad or anything, but like I really enjoyed Obi-Wan, barring a couple things that were a little silly, but like none of it really ruined the whole series for me. Sure. Not the same way Book of Boba Fett ruined the series for me every episode. So
I still haven't finished that, although I watched the last episode with you.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck happened in this show?
Yeah. I'm mostly glad. What I don't want, I'm super happy to see like Ewan McGregor join the MCU. Just because I've always fucking loved him. Like, he just has so much charisma. What I don't want is for them to give him the same treatment that they did Martin Freeman. Freeman, incredible actor, very limited role. I don't want that. I don't want him to just be a guy.
I want like that thing to come back, and I was hoping that he was going to be in Falcon and Winter Soldier a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because they broke out Zemo, and I was like, this is weird. But yeah, like Freeman, Eccleston, like I said, Mads, like they all kind of like played characters that didn't do anything. That like either they weren't scripted to have that kind of name play them, or all the scenes ended up on the floor, or something. Yeah, because like the Caecilius is like kind of a random, you didn't need Mads to play that.
Yeah.
You could have had anyone.
Yeah.
Malekith was just disrespected. That movie was fucked. So it's unfortunate. Like, they needed somebody like Eccleston to play him, but not in that fashion. Like, that movie just didn't need. It could have been anybody.
Yeah.
Because Malekith didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see that happen to Ewan.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it's a good script that he gets put on, and it's a good role that's like worth using him for.
Yeah.
Because like we've been talking about, a few of these people have been wasted on characters and villains or not villains, and like.
Yeah, for sure. Like it's just like when you have like a big name like that, like give them something to do.
Yeah.
Especially not only do you have like these big names, you have these big names who like can deliver.
Yeah.
Like Martin Freeman is a fantastic actor.
I mean, he was in Black Panther quite a bit.
Yeah. That was pretty much like his largest like spot in the MCU. And I liked what they were doing, where he was just like kind of like here and there, like, and stuff, but it never
for
really,
like 2 or 3 movies, and then
just kind of really went anywhere.
Nothing happened with it.
Yeah. So, actually, the more we've talked about this, the more it's kind of rolled around in my brain. Now, what I want, I've settled on it. This is what I want. Okay, out of Ewan McGregor, I do want Ewan McGregor to play Hannibal King. Because I want Blade, Marshall Ali's Blade. Ewan McGregor's Hannibal King. Keanu Reeves' Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider.
Yes.
And Charlie Cox's Daredevil.
Yes.
All in one movie.
Okay. I'm there for that.
It's perfect.
I'm there for that.
We've landed on it.
Yes.
There it is.
Okay. I'm in. Where do I sign up?
I think we have to start a petition.
Okay. Change.org.
This is what we want as the fans.
Yeah.
We're going to be those guys. So we're going to move away from the Marvel stuff for a minute, and then we'll come back to it later.
Yay.
But up next, this next headline. Green Day's Billie Joe Armstrong says he's renouncing his U.S. citizenship and moving to the U.K. in the wake of the Supreme Court overturning Roe v. Wade. For reference, typically it costs at minimum $25,000 to become a citizen of another country. Furthermore, some countries require you to have a particular skill set in order to become a citizen and provide proof of that skill set. Now, if you're one of those people that say, if you don't like it here, move, that's important information for you to understand why people just can't get up and move to another country. Furthermore, this particular line of dialogue, the if you don't like it here, move, I find very authoritarian in nature. I find it far more respectful that someone would attempt to solicit change where they are than to just move away. Do I understand Billie Joe doing it? Yes, but it doesn't seem very punk of him to give up.
Yeah. But, you know, I don't think they've been punk in a long time, so.
I mean, that's...
Not that I particularly disagree,
true.
but we don't want to really get into politics on the show, but like, holy shit.
We don't do politics.
Bye.
Yeah.
Stick around and try to change stuff if you don't like it. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that it's weird because I never really like flat out like considered them like punk. Like they're definitely like Green Day was never like anti-flag or
no,
you know,
but they were like, you know,
they had a platform and were kind of a voice for a generation.
Yeah.
And
I mean, they had a political album, so like a very political album.
Yeah.
So
one I didn't understand when it came out.
Yeah.
I was just like, this shit is trash. And then I listened to it about a year ago and I was like, nah, shit, this album's actually really good. There's a lot to say here.
But I don't know. If you're gonna go. If not, help change stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I I don't know. I guess I was just like kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
Like I said, I understand because like at a certain point, like things just get to be too much, and like you don't really know what to do. But like,
yeah, I feel like
slightly disappointed.
There's going to be a lot of people voting in the midterms, probably more than ever vote in midterms this year. But
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I hope this is the biggest outcome. Words turnout. Yeah,
for midterms.
Turnout for any election, because it would be kind of funny.
That'd be a waste for any election. Holy shit!
Well, I just mean
more people voted in the midterms this year than did in the last presidential election. What?
I mean that might like kind of show that. I mean, people are starting to pay more attention, but we'll see.
We'll see what happens, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that was all I had to say about that.
Okay. Well, I think we got an email.
Oh, we do have an email. So it's time for correspondence.
Did you see the thing?
I didn't.
I mean, I was talking to them.
Oh, okay.
You guys, you pretty people.
This email is titled The Ramblings of Dave.
Oh, shit.
Dear boys. That's not how Dave talks.
No, it's not. Not at all.
What is up, everyone? It's ya boy.
Ya boy!
I just wanted to write in to say how much I miss you guys and the fans. I know I haven't been on the show for a while, but that's because I've been doing a super top secret mission in exotic lands. Exotic lands. I have probably said too much already. It's top secret. Burn this after reading. Burn the podcast too.
Nope.
Whoa, Dave.
Calm down. Burn your phone. Burn the podcast. Burn the house down.
Yeah, this isn't the Capitol building. What are you thinking?
Whoa!
Anyway.
Whoa!
Too far?
You're going to be fucking... You're going to be giving a statement tomorrow at the hearings. Goddamn.
Anyways, when I wasn't doing awesome super secret things, I got to watch some movies I'd recommend.
Oh, shit.
First is Climax.
Oh, yeah.
It's a French horror movie from 2018 that's directed by Gaspar Noé. It's about a French dance troupe that has spent all day rehearsing for a dig dance competition in an abandoned school. At the end of a long day of rehearsal, they all have a party and the dance leader makes sangria. Unfortunately, someone spikes it with LSD and the movie quickly turns batshit crazy. It's a really good movie, but very messed up and not for the faint of heart. It's also shot really weird. It feels like you're there as the party turns into a nightmare. The camera follows different people as they do wild shit, and there really isn't very many cuts. It kind of feels like you're feeling all of this craziness going down. I highly recommend it, but only if you're okay with disturbing images, mental health issues, and some extreme violence.
I mean, if you're watching horror movies, shouldn't you be okay with all that?
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, that's rather important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horror movies don't usually pull the punches on trigger stuff.
Yeah, no.
I mean, sometimes it'll surprise you.
Sometimes they rarely get the chance to pull the trigger. That was a not enough guns in horror movies joke.
Yeah.
It wasn't very good.
Nope.
Dave's next movie he wants to recommend is Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that was coming out like last week.
It just came out on Paramount Plus. It's cool. It rules. Watch it now. You butt munch. Butt munch. I completely forgot about that phrase.
Oh my god.
Cassie's gonna be so mad for the next 3 days. Bunch. Well, I better get back to my super secret, super important stuff I'm doing. I love you all, and I'm looking forward to sharing the studio again with the beautiful Shane and the lovely Russell. Warmest regards, Dave.
We miss you too, bud.
P.S.
Oh.
Wu-Tang forever.
I forgot about the PS.
Oh, Dave.
What was the last one? Sean screwed Brett.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what? Why?
Thanks for emailing in, Dave. As you've realized watching the video or listening to us, Dave is not here today.
Yep.
We can't tell you why.
Because it's top secret.
Yeah.
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 So that was the only email we had?
Yep.
Okay. So now we're going to talk about a show that's not over yet. We're going to talk a little bit about Miss Marvel, the 3 episodes that have come out so far.
Yeah, let's fucking do that.
So far, I think it's pretty good. I'm not understanding. So okay, so there. Let's start on the outside, and then we'll move into actually talking about the show.
Yeah.
So to begin with, the show got review bombed.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was because of people being mad about Muslims or mad about like a teenage girl.
Yeah.
Or just mad about living in their mom's basement.
Yes.
Or what?
D, all of the above.
D, all of the above. Yeah. So it got review bombed. And then like the internet happened, and now it's the highest rated show on Disney Plus. It was the lowest rated show the first week, and now after the third week, it's the highest rated show with the lowest viewership through 3 episodes of any Marvel show on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Guys, watch the show. Decide if you like it, and then if you want to, review it. Don't be an asshole and say it's bad when you haven't watched it, or you don't like it because you're racist.
Yeah.
And also, like, don't just review stuff to counter other people's reviews.
Yeah.
What the fuck, internet? Stop.
Yeah.
Stop being weird. Don't stop being weird. Be weird, but don't be pieces of shit.
The devil's advocate is like it does serve like a particular purpose. Like the arguing for the devil's advocate, like it serves a very important purpose. We have, as a society, demolished the purpose of using the devil's advocate argument and just applied it across the fucking board.
Yeah.
And you can see it in literally every facet of life, and it is absolutely insane to me. Because, like, inside 4 walls, a conversation between you and I, yeah, sometimes it might be important if I'm talking about something for you to play the devil's advocate.
Sure.
Maybe I'm missing a perspective.
Yeah.
And maybe even though you don't share that perspective, you're capable of wording things in such a way that gives me that perspective.
Yeah.
That is an important reason to use the devil's advocate. Not because there is a teenage comic book movie about Muslim representation and a girl that is awesome. Like,
yeah.
But like it's absolutely ridiculous. Like,
yeah. So I just wanted to start there. Then we move into the show.
That was a really good starting point because I had something to say, apparently.
Yeah, you did. So we move into the show, and like I watched like the first episode after I saw that it got review bombed, but I hadn't seen any legit reviews of it. And the first episode didn't really get me, like, but I also watched it and I was like, this is like a better produced Disney like kids show.
Yeah.
Is what it felt like. Like iCarly or something like that, where like it's like one of those girl focused, like preteen to early teen girl focused sitcoms, basically,
Mhm.
on Disney, or a couple of other channels have that kind of stuff. And, and I said before this came out that that's what I thought it was going to be, and I was fine with that.
Yeah.
And I was like, not everything has to be for me. I'm a
Right.
36-year-old nerd, and like, yes, I've read comics my whole life, but like, all comic book shit doesn't have to be targeted towards me.
Right.
I'm okay with them making shit for little kids and for like girls and stuff, and like for Muslim girls even, which is kind of like what this is kind of going for.
Yeah.
And like, I don't have a problem with that. I've got the Avengers, and I can go read the comic books or whatever.
Yeah.
So like, I watched the first episode and I was like, this is well done. Not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
And then I let it sit for a while. I didn't watch the third episode until like this last weekend. So that was like the weekend after the third episode came out. So I watched the second and third episode. And the second episode was kind of like in the same vein. And then the third episode got into more of the superhero shit.
Yeah.
And that was more of my cup of tea. And I really liked the third episode. Like, the first two were good.
Yeah.
But then like the third one starts with like India 1944, and I was like, oh, we just completely dropped the teenage girls. All the teenage girls don't give a shit anymore. We're like in Britain occupied fucking India during World War II. Like, what the fuck is going on? And like, and there's gin and shit, and you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Which, okay, so like Miss Marvel, her comic book origin is that she's one of those Inhuman.
Yes.
She's got Inhuman ancestry like way back. So she's mostly human, but has a little bit that will react to the Terrigen mists, and something was going on. I don't remember what was going on, but Black Bolt basically is like, we're just gonna bomb the whole Earth with Terrigen mists and see what shakes out. And a bunch of Inhumans are born then, including Miss Marvel. I think she's one of the only ones that like stuck around. Like there were several that were supposed to be like new popular characters. I don't know if they were all supposed to be representative kind of characters.
Yeah.
But they were all new. Like they were trying to come up with a bunch of new characters at the same time, basically. Yeah. And she was really the only one that stuck around. But that's not really her origin in this. It's similar but different. Like it's not attached to the Inhumans, it's attached to something else.
Yeah.
But it's still like her heritage is part of it. Was that? But I mean, it's so far I think it's been really well done. Again, like the third episode was more in the normal Marvel comic book movie style, whereas like the style was similar, but the content was more like the Marvel movies and stuff in the third episode. More superhero cape shit. Whereas the previous episodes were like, girl trying to get her driver's license, having an awkward thing with her childhood friend who's a boy and was like, has a crush on her, but he doesn't want to have a crush on her because they've been friends forever and she doesn't see it. And then he gets jealous when she meets the new boy and that kind of
Brian.
Stuff.
I mean, Bruno.
So like, that's the kind of shit that's in the first two episodes. And then all of a sudden it's like, you're a superhero and you're descended from Jinn and all this shit.
Yeah. There appears to be a lot going on.
Yeah.
So I had a very similar experience. I watched the first episode and I was like, this is good.
Yeah.
I can only relate to Bruno.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Who are also like dresses like Marty McFly.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic.
Because he's gonna play Marty McFly in the Back to the Future.
Yeah, I mean, this kid's awesome. He's a fantastic actor.
So The girl, I don't know the girl's name.
Yeah, hold on. Let me like pull this shit up because we're terrible at our jobs.
Yeah.
I didn't have IMDb pulled up. Oh, this is something that you guys should know, that we're not doing a DQP Does this week.
Oh, yeah.
We're skipping a week because we don't have Dave, and he really wants to do the movie that we're going to do, which is Alien. Matt Lintz with a Z.
Matt Lintz with a Z.
Yep.
It's a long name.
Lintz with a Z? That's his last name.
That's a joke I stole from my movie recommendation I'll talk about in a minute. But yeah, so it was actually kind of weird and interesting all at the same time, like watching the first episode, because like I wasn't a girl as a teenager, so
right.
like I typically don't have, I have like the framework to watch these like types of shows and stuff, because I've seen a lot of stuff like this, and because I usually just watch anything.
Yeah.
But it was very interesting watching this in particular, because I felt like, and I haven't had a chance to like talk to anyone who like this is like representational for, but I felt kind of out of place watching the first episode.
Yeah. Watching it like by yourself.
Yeah. Because like I didn't really get like I know how like other families work, but like watching their family play out on screen, which was just very similar to like any family really, but it was just different. It has like a different feel. It's very
right, because it's it's their culture and stuff, right?
Yeah. And so like,
or at least some approximation of it, because I'm not an expert on Muslim culture,
yeah, I'm not
so
either,
like
so I don't know how
it could
close it is.
Yeah, not been at that well representational, but it was different for us.
Yeah, it was
white
very, very
Midwestern guys
for us. So I thought that was interesting. But I also like enjoyed that. Yeah, like I was like happy to see that, and I thought it was interesting.
I like looking in on other people's worlds.
Yeah. So, and then like I really like, it also makes me feel more for Bruno.
Yeah, because
like he's really the only character I can even kind of identify with on the show. So then like I was watching it, and I guess there was a point, like I always know that representation is important. But like knowing something and feeling it is always like two different things. Yeah. And so watching this,
putting you on that island as opposed to everyone else being on the island. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It was weird. So, but I felt it. Like it gave me that like kind of sense, and I was just like intrigued by it. Mm-hmm. And it didn't pull me out of the show. Like it was more like a lot of like self-reflection going on out of this superhero teenage drama show. Like it was very weird. Yeah. But I did enjoy it. And then episode 2, I was like, okay, I'm like getting more into this. And by the end of episode 2, I was like, fuck, I have to wait a week. Yeah. I don't want to wait a week.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't watch the second episode right away.
Yeah, 2 episodes I was like hooked, and now like I really enjoy the show. What I'm super excited for that I hope we get is because this the girl playing Kamala, what was her name?
Iman Vellani.
Yeah. So
Iman?
Iman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Iman, something like that.
I hate pronouncing names wrong, and I do it all the time.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to get over it.
Yeah. So I want to see her and Haley Steinfeld in something together.
Yes.
Like Kate Bishop and Kamala.
No, I mean, that makes me super excited for some Young Avengers shit.
Yeah, dude. Because like they both have like their personalities, I feel like the personalities of the actors and the characters, for that matter,
them in America,
would, I think, complement each other so fucking well. Like, It would be fucking awesome. And like we're like about to get a lot of girl power stuff. I don't mean that in like a demeaning way. It kind of sounded like it, but like we're getting She-Hulk.
Yeah.
And we're getting Ironheart.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything about Ironheart in a long time.
Yeah, I haven't either. We're still getting it. It's still confirmed that we're getting it. Just don't know when.
Yeah.
And then like, I mean, Doctor Strange, we had like really our first like big female or antagonist.
Yeah. And
then,
we also introduced 2 new female characters. So like we got America Chavez and Clea.
Yeah.
So I mean, Clea's gonna be a while, but America Chavez can be another shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's another Young Avengers. I mean, not necessarily, but can be in Young Avengers character.
Yeah. So a lot of good stuff. I think coming our way, and like like I was saying, one of the particular things I'm excited for is I really want to see Kate Bishop and Kamala together.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. So far, the acting has been pretty good. How old is Iman? Because she just seems very young. It doesn't say. Okay.
Sometimes it doesn't. I don't know why. It like if they're not. I think it has something to do with like their PR reps and like displaying kids' age on IMDb on whether or not.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, because sometimes they don't. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I would put her maybe around 16.
Yeah,
15,
maybe
16.
I mean, they have her height on here. Why don't they have whatever? Anyway,
but her story about getting casted is actually super cool.
I don't know that.
So she, I don't remember what talk show she was on, but she was on a talk show, and so basically, I think her mom or her aunt, either her mom or aunt, was like a part of some sort of Discord group.
Oh yeah.
When the casting call came through in that Discord group, and she was like, "Hey, like, maybe you should go try this." And she was like,
sort of similar to Echo.
Yeah. And she was like, okay. So then she just like went and did it. And like, she didn't really think that she was going to get it. And it was kind of like, just like this big like surprise. And like, I don't know if she has other credits or if this is like her first thing.
No. Nope. This is it.
Yeah.
This and Marvel's. So this one and then the movie.
Yeah. So then, and I guess she like is a huge like the reason her like family member like recommended that she go do it is because like
she was already a
huge Captain Marvel fan.
Yeah.
So like all that's super cool.
Yeah,
like
that's
and
fantastic.
just makes me like super happy for her. She's basically like you're watching Kamala in the show like live out her dream of becoming like her hero while also watching the actor live out her dream
of getting to play.
Yeah. So like, yeah, it's pretty
fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So like the only thing that I guess I did read something that was talking about that the show was lacking. But I think it was before episode 3 came out because it was basically talking about it not having a villain.
Oh yeah.
Because the first 2 episodes, the only thing that's really like bad that's happening is it seems like the Department of Damage Control is coming after her.
Yeah.
But then like in episode 3 you get like the Jinn are like, yeah, hey, help us. And then she's like, I don't know, give me some time to think about it. And they're like, nah, bruh, don't think about it, do it. Or we're going to kill you.
Yeah.
Do it for you.
Yeah.
So you have villains as of episode 3, just it's not like your typical Marvel villains. So
yeah,
I don't know if that was what threw people off or if it was just like, I don't know.
Yeah. I think it was just like, I mean, it is a little slower paced than the other shows.
But you have to have like the coming of age stuff, and you have to have like her origin itself.
Justifiably, like slower.
Yeah,
is kind of where I was going with it. But I mean, some people are just impatient and like whatever.
And some people like the Moon Knight show.
Yeah,
I think they're probably the same people.
I don't understand. Oh shit! I had something else to say. What was it?
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I ruined it.
No, I thought of it in the middle of you talking about
that. So there was another thing that I was going to bring up. It feels like it took a lot of inspiration from the Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Because it has a lot of like daydreamy parts where there's like animated art and stuff.
Yeah.
Just like, popping up. And that's also like a young adult TV show thing, right? Like a lot, not necessarily the animated stuff, but like, daydreams were huge parts of Fresh Prince, and Saved by the Bell. And I'm sure it continued on through the stuff like after we grew out of that kind of that programming. So like it fits really well, and they do it really well in this show. And I don't know, I feel like it's just like really well put together. It's just like not for everyone.
Yeah.
And I think people are struggling to understand that something couldn't be not for them.
Yeah. I agree with all of that. And like that's another reason I'm like trying to watch it every Wednesday, is because like I want to support this thing.
Yeah.
Like I should not have watched Moon Knight every Wednesday.
No.
I should have waited like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
But
I just wanted it to be good so bad.
I know.
And it's not that it wasn't for me. It's that it was shit. Okay? Just put that out there.
Yeah.
And if this show was bad, I would say it. Whether it,
Yeah, I mean indiscriminately like reviewing a thing.
Yeah.
Like
it's got nothing to do with the content itself. It's to do with the writing and the production.
And how it's put together.
Yeah.
I agree too. So the thing I was gonna say that I remembered was I thought the words of choice was very interesting, and it probably doesn't mean anything, but when Bruno was talking about how much power he would need to do the thing to get the people to where they need to go, I'm trying to say it without spoilers, but he was very specifically, he was like, I would need the power of the sun. And I was like,
what about 10,000 Suns?
It's probably not a hint, but that'd be awfully cool if it was.
Yeah, what about 10,000 Suns? We're going to get a drug PSA in this show? If you're a Marvel nerd, you might know what we're talking about. But yeah. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, he could just like go full Tony and build a what the fuck are the things that go around
arc reactor?
No, that go around a star.
Oh, Dyson sphere?
Dyson sphere.
Dude, if Bruno is who builds the Dyson sphere,
yeah,
that'd be
He's
cool.
Like a random kid that hasn't even gone to Caltech yet, and he just like ends up in space building a Dyson sphere.
It's because like Harley hears about what Bruno's doing, and he's like, "Hey, man, I need some help with this thing."
Yeah,
and then it's like the Harley and Bruno show, which like I feel like those two actors would also do great together.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna give that a suggest.
Yes. Very much suggest.
I think it's good. If you like coming of age stuff, you'll enjoy it. If you like looking in on like different cultures or people's lives that you don't necessarily share, like how your life works, just looking in on other people's day-to-day kind of stuff. So far the first 3 episodes have had a lot of that. So
yeah,
you might enjoy this.
Yeah, concur. I give the first 3 episodes 8.5 out of 10.
I'm withholding until the 6, all 6 are out.
Yeah.
I'm also super looking forward to She-Hulk, and I keep forgetting about it until I see something about it. But yeah, so that's going to do it for the Miss Marvel talk.
Yes.
You have another movie suggestion.
I have a recommendation. My recommendation goes after the Miss Marvel show because the way I felt after watching Miss Marvel actually led me to watch this movie.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Like I was just like in a weird, I don't know, mood, mindset. Like I was like, I want to know more about other cultures, which like I felt that way for a while now. That like when I know someone from another culture, I tend to ask like a lot of questions about their culture and stuff. Because I find it I find those things super interesting. But so I was scrolling through Netflix, and Netflix has a new movie on it called RRR, which stands for Roar Resist Revolt, I believe. Let me double check that. Rise, Roar, Revolt. That makes more sense. I was like, the thing I said doesn't make sense. That makes more sense. So this is a movie from India director S.S. Rajamouli. And basically the tagline on Netflix on the picture says something about it being India's biggest blockbuster. So there's like 3 or 4, maybe 5 different languages in the movie. There's lots of subtitles. Some of the movie is in English. It's very interesting to see. It's basically like the languages all flow, I think, as if they should. But I don't really know because I don't know enough about like India to really know like who speaks what dialects and stuff. But it was very interesting the way they did it, and the way the languages like flowed, and when you got subtitles, and like when someone was speaking English, and that was interesting. So the IMDb plot synopsis is a fictitious story about 2 legendary revolutionaries and their journey away from home before they started fighting for their country in 1920s. So it says a fictitious story because the 2 characters are actually supposed to be 2 people from history, and it's kind of like an alternative fiction tale, because it's like what would have happened if these 2 legendary figures would have met each other and been like friends.
Sure.
So like that by itself was super interesting. And then I do believe this is considered a Bollywood film. And I've never really watched, like I've seen foreign films. They're usually like French films or Russian films. Couple
Serbian films.
Yeah, Serbian films. No. What? What'd you get me to say? The fuck is a Serbian film?
Don't worry about it. You didn't watch it.
Okay. I didn't watch whatever Shane accused me of watching. But yeah, so typically they've still been like not too far off from my native language. But watching this was just like absolutely astounding. So like this movie is absolutely bonkers.
Yeah.
Like just over the fucking top. There's like 3 fucking dance musical numbers in like this action film that is also about this like awesome like bromance thing. Like,
okay.
Dude, it's just fucking like
Let's take all the genres and mix them together.
Yes. There's not really any horror elements, but so like one of the opening scenes, because you get like 3 or 4
all the summer blockbuster genres and mix them.
Yeah, that's more accurate. Yeah, because there's also like a lot of humor to it, and like a lot of humor I got. I mean, some of it I don't think I did, but
sure,
I think I got a large portion of it. But so one of the opening scenes is this. So it takes place during like when the British Army was occupying India, and so there's one of the main guys is standing in like British attire in front of what I assume would be like the embassy, and the commander is like standing on the porch, and there's a fence up and just thousands of people like outside of the fence, like screaming and yelling and trying to tear the fence down, and one guy screams something, and the general can hear him over the crowd, and so he looks out at his like British force, and he's like, "Arrest that man!"
Mm-hmm.
And everyone kind of like turns and is like, what?" Because there's like maybe 15 British dudes against like 1,000 people from India,
right?
And except for the one dude that's also from India. And he like tightens his belt and like pulls out his nightstick and like goes and jumps on someone's shoulders and then jumps over the fence into a crowd of like thousands of people and proceeds to beat almost everyone's ass while getting his ass beat. And eventually gets to the guy and arrests him and drags him back across the fence. And it's just and like the fighting is cool too. It's not like it's over the top, but it's very stylized.
Yeah.
So it has like its own kind of like feel to it, and it also kind of brutal, but also kind of played up so it doesn't come off as brutal. Like I don't really know what to compare it to, honestly. But it was super interesting. So what got me was I watched, this is a 3-hour and 4-minute movie. So I watched about the first hour, and then I was like, man, I need to go to bed. So then I went and laid down. I was like laying in bed and I was like trying to sleep. And I couldn't sleep because all I wanted to do was finish this fucking 3-hour movie. It fucked up my whole week last week. Like my whole sleep schedule was fucked because I couldn't go to bed because I had to finish this movie. And it was just like, it was so much fun, and like I love pretentious movies, and like I'm all about like super crazy, like great and artistic cinematography. So like taking a minute, and not to take from this movie, like this movie is shot amazingly. Like all the only thing that kind of bothered me was a little bit of the CGI.
Sure.
Bothered me at times. But for the most part, this movie was shot and looked absolutely gorgeous, and just like how fucking fun it was insane. Like I laughed, I cried, I fucking had every emotion watching this movie. I was like fearful for characters. And you know, it was crazy.
You're just super drawn into it.
Dude, I really want you to watch this movie if you get a chance.
Oh boy.
'Cause like it's one of the, it's just, I was just like, what the fuck? This is hilarious and awesome. Like throughout the whole movie, I was just like, but it's over the top.
Yeah. So
like you have to take that into consideration. But I do think that you should watch it. I think that you would enjoy it. And it was just, I was blown away.
Okay.
Yeah. Great movie. I would give it, I would probably give it a 9 out of 10.
Holy shit.
Because, and I think the only reason I wouldn't rate it higher is because I think there were things that I didn't get. Like, because I just wasn't going to, unless I had someone there with me from that culture explaining it.
Yeah,
like I don't think I would get it. So like there were a few things that like kind of confused me, but I think it was just from my lack of understanding of their culture. I don't think it was a fault of the movie, because the movie very clearly was purposeful and took a lot of time, I believe, to like put this movie together, because it's deep too. Like there's a lot of like depth to it, which was I just enjoyed it. So yeah, I would probably give it a 9 out of 10.
Okay. I mean, it sounds cool.
Yeah. I left a lot out because like experiencing it is like
Okay. So what was it? RRR, but what was the Rise Roar Revolt?
Rise Roar Revolt.
Okay.
Yes. That was the original title, but in America it is just RRR.
Okay. So go check that out.
Do it.
Do it. Fucking screens went black. Okay. You know what it's time for?
What is it time for?
I'm sorry. Hanging No Brains with not BuzzFeed this week. It's Haywise.com.
Haywise.com.
I Googled another superhero quiz.
Okay.
Is it gonna be as bad as it was 2 weeks ago? Let's find out.
I hope not.
This one isn't like pumping itself up. It just says, can you name these superheroes' secret identities?
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So the first question. It looks like you get lifelines and hints, but fuck you. I don't know. I don't even know how that works. And I don't know how many questions there are, so this might take 2 hours.
Oh, shit.
First question. Superman was born on Krypton. What was his name then?
Jor-El.
Are you sure?
No, that's his dad's name.
Okay.
Kal-El.
Yeah, okay. It's a multiple choice, so I just want to read these. Kal-El is A.
Okay.
B is Lex-El. C is Jor-El. And D is Cal-Lane.
Okay.
So this might be as bad as the BuzzFeed one. Oh no. What's happening?
Ads.
Oh
ads
God.
over.
I think it's an ad. And it's like not loading properly. No. Okay. Oh my God. Doesn't even word this one creatively. It's just, what is Batman's real name?
Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. The choices were Bob Kane. That's fun. Anthony Wayne, Robert Bruce, and Bruce Wayne. What is Beast's birth name?
Hank McCoy.
Wait, there's only 2 choices for this? Okay. Oh my God, Mr. Fantastic.
Reed Richards.
There was only 2 choices for that one.
Was it Reed and Franklin?
No, the other one was Namor McKenzie.
Hot.
Who is James Howlett?
James Howlett's Wolverine.
Yes. What's the Thing's real name?
Ben Grimm.
You sure it's not Jesse Custer?
Maybe that's like Little Boulder.
No, you don't know who Jesse Custer is?
Oh no, I don't think so.
Preacher.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hawkeye's real name. Oh, they give us 4 choices for this one. Do you want me to read the choices?
No, I
Okay.
don't. But like, what? Hold on. Why can I not? I just keep wanting to say Jeremy Renner. Holy shit. This is a real dumb one to not get. The fuck is his name?
You want the choices?
I don't, but I cannot think of his name for some reason.
I'm going to mix them up. Just tell me which one it is. Steve Austin, Johnny LaMonica, Jack Keaton, Clint Barton.
Clint Barton.
Okay.
Fucking what?
I don't know.
I
man.
could not.
You're the one that your brain wasn't working. What's the first name of Doctor Strange?
Steven.
Uh-huh. What is Cannonball's real name?
Oh, that I do not know.
You want the choices?
Yes.
There's only 2. What the fuck? William Robert Riley or Samuel Zachary Guthrie?
I think it's the first one.
You would be wrong.
Okay.
Sam Guthrie.
Fuck that guy. He blew up a bus full of children.
No, he didn't.
I know.
It was Nitro. And Speedball?
Oh, is it Speedball? I thought it was Cannonball's fault that Nitro.
No,
but
it's
I guess
Speedball.
it's Speedball. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was the New Warriors.
Yeah.
Aquaman's real name.
Oh, Arthur McCurry?
Close.
Curry. Just Curry.
Yeah.
Arthur Curry.
Yep. Green Arrow.
Stephen Amell. I'm really bad with archers, guys. What the fuck is his name? I think I need the choices.
Scott Free or Oliver Queen?
Oh, Oliver Queen. Yeah, I was not going to remember that, apparently.
Yeah. Who was the first Marvel character to take on the name Black Widow?
This feels like a trick.
I mean, apparently it is.
Natasha Romanov.
Let me give you the choices. Because that's not one of them.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right, let's do this.
Barbara Gordon, Mary Batson, Andrea Thomas, or Claire Voyant.
Fucking who is Batson? What was the third one?
Andrea Thomas.
I'm going to go with that.
It was Clairvoyant.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. Clairvoyant is the Black Widow, an anti-heroine who kills evildoers in order to deliver their souls to Satan. What? What the fuck?
Dude, that's a deep cut.
Yeah. Who's Bruce Banner?
Who's Bruce Banner?
Yeah.
The Hulk?
Yeah. Jack Napier.
Jack Napier.
Yeah.
Was that Jack Nicholson's Joker?
Yes.
Okay.
John Jones. John Johns.
Martian Manhunter.
Yeah. The other choice was Dynamite. What's the real name of the Atom?
Oh, fuck. No, it's right there. It is on the tip of my tongue.
You want the choices?
Need choices, yeah.
There's only 2. Robert Palmer or Ray Palmer.
Ray Palmer.
I don't know why they keep having only 2.
Palmore.
Yeah, he's terrible.
What?
Steve Rogers.
Captain America. Steve Rogers.
Who is perhaps the most famous Green Lantern?
Hal Jordan. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm going to say Hal Jordan if it's a comic book quiz.
Yeah.
But if you're asking random people, it's probably Jon Stewart.
Really?
I would think so.
Okay.
Because, like, you know how if you read the comics, if you only watch the DC cartoons, you probably would think Jon Stewart is the most popular.
Punisher?
Frank Castle. Also known as Ghost Rider. Also known as
Herald of Galactus.
Herald of Galactus.
Whoa, this one. What? I don't know this one. Sorry, I was getting rid of ads. There are so many ads on this page. Don't go to haywise.com, by the way. Who is Marla Drake?
Marla Drake.
Yeah.
It's Marvel, right? No, it wouldn't be Marvel. Oh, it's DC. Fuck, whose last name is Drake?
Tim?
Yeah. What are the options?
Miss America, Golden Girl, Miss Fury, and Black Cat.
Miss Fury?
You are correct. One of the earliest female heroes and the inspiration for Marvel's Hellcat.
Huh. I got lucky.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not where I thought that was from.
Nightcrawler.
Ooh. That's a name I haven't said in a long time. Options.
Kurt Wagner and
Kurt
Keith
Wagner.
Spencer, yeah.
It's like, fuck.
Yeah. When it's on the tip of your tongue, like as soon as you hear it, you know,
Yeah.
right? Who's Danny Rand?
Danny Rand is the Iron Fist.
Yeah, he's a big pussy in that show, though.
Yeah, but he's awesome in the comics.
Yeah, he's great in the comics. Oh! What is Wonder Woman's real name?
Uh-oh. I can only think of her name in the movies, and that's not actually her real name.
What's her name in the movies?
Diana Prince.
Okay.
Fuck, I don't know. Options, I guess.
Diana Prince and Dina Lance.
Oh, is it Diana Prince?
Yeah,
Oh.
sort of. Wade Wilson.
Deadpool. Wait, did you say Wade or Slade?
Wait, what? It says we were wrong. That's wrong.
What did it say was right?
Weasel.
What?
What? Anyway, what's Black Panther's name?
T'Challa.
I don't trust anything now. Iron Man.
Tony Stark.
Spider-Man. In reference to Gwen Stacy and Mary Jane Watson.
Peter Parker. I liked the phrasing for that one.
What is Bucky's real name?
Buchanan Barnes.
He's got a first name.
He does. James.
Yep.
James Buchanan Barnes.
We will accept that answer. I feel like we're nearing the end.
fucking hope so. We're almost out of primary characters to name.
Known as the Man Without Fear, who is Matt Murdock?
Daredevil.
Sorry. I was going to say this one's wrong, too. No, it didn't. Aurora Monroe? Oh, there's more choices. I was like, those are both wrong. What?
Yeah, give me options.
Really?
Yeah.
Aurora? Batwoman, Catwoman, Mystique, and Storm.
Oh, Storm?
Yeah. You got 27 of 30. 28.
Yeah. Because Wade Wilson is Deadpool.
Yeah.
And if you want to give me a bonus point for knowing that Slade Wilson is Deathstroke, then that's fine too.
Sure. Good job. Congratulations. They gave you a superhero ranking.
Woo! S rank?
SH rank. Superhero.
Oh, yeah, no, I was asking what the rank was.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, it's probably not rated S. Oh, that superhero was the rank.
Yeah, that was the rank.
Oh, okay.
No,
when you said superhero rating.
C.
Oh.
You're the dude in the bike.
Well. Hey, man, he has a couple big moments.
He's like the most heroic person in that whole show. So
we're talking about One Punch Man, which is also a highly recommended show for us.
One Punch!
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to do it.
That is going to do it.
Yeah, thanks for listening to DQP Weekly. I am not your boy, Dave.
Not your boy.
And this is Producer Russell.
I am Producer Russell. And if you would like to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, you can find us under Drafty Quarters Productions and or at DraftyQ. If you want to send us an email about questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, recommendations, we will take recommendations. Really anything. Well, not anything, but send us an email at draftyq@gmail.com. And if you're listening and you enjoy the show, we would appreciate it if you went to our Patreon and donated $1 a month on our general support tier. We have a few things in the pipe. We're not ready to release information on those things
in the pipe
quite yet, but we will be announcing some stuff in the coming months. So yeah, stay tuned. Any support that you can afford to help us out with, we would greatly appreciate.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. You have a fantastic existence.
This has been a production of the Drafty Quarters Podcast Network.